Hi everybody, I hope everybody's having a good day wherever they are. Like I say in all my videos, I'm not responsible if anybody gets hurt, it's just my opinion. Today I'll be talking about Will Smith on the stand on P Diddy's trial. I'm going to do a tarot reading, so I hurt my back, so I'm going to do the best I can. I did earlier videos, I did one with Monique and also one with Leonardo DiCaprio. So today it's going to be Will Smith. So please tell me about Will Smith, your relationship with P. Diddy through the years. Please tell me. Good, bad, or ugly. Please. I'm also with, hopefully it doesn't shake too much and you can see her, Michaela, my sidekick. Yeah, she's just chilling. Alright, so please please tell me, I'm trying to set this up right, about his relationship with P. Diddy, Will Smith in the beginning. Please tell me. I'm using these tarot cards to begin with. I use all different kinds. Wish I could show you the cards on the thing, but my camera doesn't work that way. So I'm going to do 3 cards that. And I'm going to use these other cards, these ones. Please tell me. I'll do 2 of these. Do. I'll see if you can see them. There. Hopefully you saw that. Yeah. So please let me know. Also, I'm gonna do. Sorry, that's my dog. She's barking. She doesn't, having a dog barks. Please tell me about Will Smith and the past relationship. I'm doing a number of different cards. Quiet. All right. Let's see. I'll turn them over and then I'll read them to you. All right. All of them were turned upside down. A lot of them. All right. This says he thought he was careless. Meeting him. He wasn't so sure this was a good idea going to his parties. He was hoping for the best to go to the party, but it didn't turn out well. He thought it was crazy, him going into these parties and thinking, like, he didn't go to too many. He thought it was wild and he didn't feel comfortable being there. So, he thought it was a burden. After he went to the parties, they don't let you use phones. They take your phones away from you, and they monitor you all over the place. P. Diddy, and he felt like it was a burden, him being there. He felt very uncomfortable, and he felt like he had only a few drinks and he didn't do anything. He just watched. And I think he also felt like he was drugged or something, and he felt a burden, and he felt overwhelmed, not telling anybody what was going on. He wanted to, but he was scared because of his career and his family in the entertainment. How a lot of those people are on P. Diddy's side, so he felt like there was a burden. See, he's carrying the stuff, and he feels like it's a burden. Like, oh my God, I'm wearing my heart on my shoulders. So he felt struggling. Like, what should I do? Who should I talk to? About what's going on. Should I go and call the police about it? And then he was very aggressive. He tried to avoid conflict. He didn't want to fight with P. Diddy because he didn't want to be in his bad graces in the beginning, because he wanted his career to be fine. He didn't want problems. He wanted harmony. He didn't want problems, and he wanted to be a team player with P. Diddy in the beginning. And there was a lot of money problems. He was worried about money, like, would his career go down the tubes? And he's hoping that his money would be fine. He wouldn't lose his career and his family, and he'd be in the poorhouse. But he was being flexible. He knew there was dark things going on, and he needed to change. He couldn't be quiet anymore. He had to talk, so he did. So, and he was talking about his past. He on the stand he talked about his past, P Diddy, and how bad. Um, yeah, this is the spirit, the criminal spirit. He acted as if something was bad, so he spoke about it, and he didn't want to hide his feelings anymore about what's going on with the parties. He couldn't handle it anymore. He was under a lot of stress. So yeah, he couldn't do it anymore. He had to speak the truth. Will Smith. He couldn't, hide anymore. So I'll ask, what made him decide to speak the truth? Will Smith. What made Will Smith decide to tell the truth on the witness stand? What made Will Smith decide, I'm going to come clean, be a whistleblower, not be, keep quiet anymore? What made? See if you can tell me. Yeah, please tell me, Will, what made you decide to be a whistleblower and say things, go on the stand? Did the prosecutor come up to you and say, will you testify, or did he come to them? Or tell me what happened. Please, Will, let me know. What made you decide to come forward? Please. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Please tell me. All right. What made him decide to tell the truth? He wanted balance. He didn't want to have any more problems in his life. So this is the temperance. He tried to be patient, and he didn't want to have problems with P Diddy, but he was tired of, all what was going on. And he wanted to find meaning. He wanted to speak out for the people who couldn't, the ones who were hushed and had their careers ruined, or they weren't found anymore, like they disappeared. So he wanted to find meaning, and, he didn't want to be quiet anymore. And he wanted to recover from finances of losing, because if you speak, you're not going to become, you won't be able to make movies or endorsements, or, P Diddy and his circle would cause problems with people who spoke up. He didn't like that. He'd cause problems with people's careers. A lot of people would be upset. Yeah. And he felt lost, and he had to do, he felt lost. He didn't know what to do. So he finally said, I'm gonna speak the truth. This is a star. I can't cover her up. So yeah, he hoped he could speak the truth, in court. He didn't want to hold back, so he told the whole thing. He didn't want to lie. He couldn't cover it up anymore. He was having sleepless nights. He probably had post-traumatic stress disorder. He wanted to make the people who couldn't speak, like I said, this. He wanted to help the people who weren't around anymore. He wanted to help people and say, I can't hide this anymore. I feel bad about other things. He felt really emotional. He felt like crying, probably inside, because of what he saw, and had, like I said, had trouble. All these people had post-traumatic stress disorder because of the way things were, creepy and disgusting at those parties. And he had, this is the reverse, he felt inner turmoil. He felt really crappy about it. Like I said, he was having financial problems, and he was having nightmares. He wasn't feeling good. He felt sick. He felt like, oh God, isn't going to come out for me or my family or the people I care about. He felt like he was in danger. I felt like he was in danger. He was fear, and he knew secrets about P Diddy, and he was scared. He was scared that if he kept quiet before, if something happened to him, he'd have hidden secrets. So he had to come out and speak the truth because he couldn't hide it. He felt guilty, and he didn't want his family to, suffer his silence. So he spoke the truth. He was worried. He thought maybe I should move or something because he was scared of P. Diddy and his, you know, people that he was working with. So he was scared. And he reached out and told people about what happened, and he decided, I'm going to be on the prosecutor's team and tell people what was going on with P. Diddy. He was worried, though, because he was afraid he might be taken out, so he spoke up. Oh, poor Will. He was worried that he was going to, be taken out. Oh, my God. At first, he thought he was going to talk too much, but he talked less. He wasn't going to talk about it, but his feelings were more important. He had to because other people were silent. And a lot of, like I said, in many videos, he was worried that, that if he didn't speak up, he would get away with it. So, yeah, he was in bad health. He was depressed. He was scared of P. Diddy and his people. He was afraid for him and his family and his loved ones. So, oh, poor Will. All right. So, so did Will Smith get in contact with the prosecutor, or did he get in touch with them? That's the next. I'm going to do 3 cards. Did Will Smith get in touch with the prosecutor, or did he go to them? Did Will Smith, Will King of Prince Pop or what, Prince of the Air or whatever? Did he get in touch with the prosecutor, or did he decide, I'm going to go and spill my guts and tell the truth on the stand and not have two of these wanted to come out, so I do if they're together. I do it. All right. Oh, he was trying to save his career and his money, and because he was afraid that P. Diddy and the people he was with would, screw him over. And, he said, oh, I have secrets. I taped you and stuff. He was scared. It would ruin his career in his life, and he'd end up poor. So he wanted to be in control of his destiny. He didn't want P. Diddy to be having the power. So yeah, this is a control. This is a money card. He wanted to be in control. He didn't want, P. Diddy to be the one in control. And he's celebrating because he's finally telling the truth about what happened in those parties that he went to. So he's telling the truth, and he's happy that it's going to go well. And his friends who are on his side and his family. Sorry, my nose is running, allergies. He's happy that he spoke out, and he's helping the defense. So I think he's the one who did the idea of talking to the prosecutors, and he feels like he can take care of himself. He's going to try to have self-care. Maybe he's going to go to a therapist or something like social worker or therapist, someone to help him with his feelings. Maybe he has someone he can talk to, his family members, or someone he can talk to in his inner circle, Will Smith's inner circle, that he can talk to. And he's going to take care of himself, and he loves himself. He's going to take care of himself, and maybe go to therapy and take care of himself. Well, that's good. So he has good time. He think good things are going to happen out of this trial. Maybe other people will come forward and they'll testify. So he is lucky. Maybe he'll have talk. I don't know if he'll want to talk to other people about this, but he thinks it was time for him to speak up. He really felt bad that he had to wait this long, but he's happy that he spoke up, and good things are going to happen for him. So it's going to speed up. This antelope's bird. Good things are gonna happen to Will Smith. The trial's gonna go quickly because there's gonna be a lot of people gonna speak up the uh, in the prosecutor's behalf. So it's gonna move. The trial's gonna go quickly, and with Will Smith, it's going quickly. So I'm going to ask, I know I asked this for a lot of things, but I don't care. Does Will Smith think P. Diddy's going to get what's coming to him, end up in jail? Is Will going to think that he's going to end up in prison for the rest of his life? Does Will? Please tell me, Will think he'd be in prison for the rest of his life? I'm going to do 4 cards. He's not so sure. He thinks there's opportunities like he says, maybe he'll do things outside of, the courtroom. I think he's going to do other opportunities. Maybe he'll write a book about his life. He's going to do something surprising that more people don't know about. Maybe he's going to write a book about his biography, about his life, which would be interesting, Will Smith. So he might write a book about his life, or he might come back to the court and say more things. I don't know if he'll come back to the court. He's a very sensitive person, so he doesn't like to see people hurt. So he might write a book or something, a movie about his life or something. So yeah, he was reluctant for the change of the going into court and talking. He was worried about it, but because he had excess baggage, about his life, and he was scared that P. Diddy would use it against him. So he was worried. This is during the trial. He was worried. There were delays about him going into trial. I think he was just, like I keep on saying, he was worried. Bad things were going to come out. He wasn't sure. And he wanted personal closure. He wanted it to be all over. Once he talked about it, he wanted it to be over. He wanted to be on the stand, tell his story, speak the truth in his words, and close it. He didn't want to, once it's over, it's over. He didn't want to speak about it anymore. This is in reverse. Some of them are. Yeah, I think he does think he's going to go to jail. I'm not sure. He is a very courage person. He spoke up for the other people, like I said, in many of these talks, for people who couldn't. People were scared. People were taken out or whatever. This is entertainment purposes. I'm just speaking from the cards and how I feel, and through me. I feel like he didn't want to do boundaries. Like at first he had boundaries, but then he went over the boundaries and said enough is enough. I'm going to speak the truth. So he had boundaries, but he was worried about it because he didn't want anything to happen to him and his family. So yeah, he was very worried about he was being targeted. I'm going to ask that. Was he worried that something would happen to him before he went on trial? Whoops, card came out. I'm going to put that out. Oh, it's starting to rain outside. All right, please, was he worried about something happening to him or his family? I'm going to do 3 cards. Yeah, he was worried, but he's celebrating his finances. He knows that his career is going to have get better because of, you know, him speaking up, and other people will speak up, and his family is proud of him. Uh, he's proud of him. A lot of people are going to be behind him. Other celebrities are going to come forward and speak out for him, besides him, you know, like Leonardo DiCaprio, other people who might not want to, but he did it volunteering because he wanted to. So yeah, there's gonna be a community of people speaking up in on the behalf of people who can't. So yeah, and he's happy that he spoke up. You know, he's like, Yahoo! I spoke up against him. So he can't threaten me and bully me anymore. Oh, but there was someone in his life who doesn't love him very much. Oh God, this is oh, his his mar his marriage is he doesn't feel loved by his marriage anymore. Oof, I'll look that up. So you know, he might have to do some other things in his marriage, you know, because he's not unfilled. His partnership isn't doing well, so he's he does feel connected to his wife, but there's unlove about it. I'll look that up. But he's moving on. There's been setbacks in his marriage and in his relationship with P Diddy, but he's moving forward. There were setbacks, but he's going to be moving forward. So I'm going to look this up. Is his marriage, Will Smith? I know this has nothing to do with his trial, but it said, sorry, he said his they were unfilled love. So maybe you know, is his marriage in trouble, Will Smith? This is his point of view. Please tell me, is his marriage in trouble? Yes. He thinks he's trying to respect her, but she has so many strict rules, like you have to do this, you dress like this. So she is treating him very bad. She's very controlling. He feels like she is very Pickett Smith. He feels very controlled by her. You know, oh God. He needs to rest in this relationship. He feels like he needs to retreat and go somewhere and just rest. He needs to take it easy. Maybe he'll take a vacation somewhere and be renewed. And he feels betrayed by her, you know, having an affair with a younger guy. This probably wasn't the first time she cheated on him, and wouldn't be the last. And saying things on YouTube and on television. So he feels betrayed by her and the family in deception. Like she probably did things behind his back that wasn't honest. So she's like dishonest person. She's not an honest person. She says some things that are, but she also is a person that wants to do things and doesn't care about the consequences and how other people feel. So that's what I feel. Like he thinks she's acts before doing stuff. So their marriage is in trouble. All right, I'm going to ask one question. I know this is a longer video than the others, but what do you think is the outcome of Will Smith? What do you think is going to happen with Will Smith after this trial? I'm going to do 2 cards. Please tell me what's going to happen with Will Smith after the trial. There's some deception people. There are not always honest people with Will Smith after the trial. There are going to be people who aren't going to be honest with him. You know, like maybe his wife and the people he was with in his inner circle. So be careful. You're going to have deception, Will. He's going to express himself. He's not going to take any more crap. He's going to say enough is enough in his life, in his personal life. He's not going to tolerate the deception. And he's going to go with action. He's going to move with action. Maybe he'll be the one doing the divorce. He did drink a little bit, you know, because he was tired of all this drama in the trial and his marriage. So he drank some, you know, because he might have a little bit of a drinking problem. like, I don't know if he's an alcoholic. I don't have time. Maybe in an upcoming video I'll do that. So he is a drinking problem. Maybe he does have some alcoholism in his family in the past, and also her. So in the future, I'll make one of Jada Pinkett Smith. I don't like her very much, but this is a video about Will Smith and the trial, and also his marriage to Pickett. So into my next videos on tarot reading or other subjects, take care and bye.